Hello, everyone. Today we will be discussing my thoughts and opinions on the recent Democratic debate. Like the previous debate, this one presents ideas and opinions that gives the American people more information about immigration policies, employment policies, healthcare policies, just to name a few that was being discussed. The positives of the debates are the moderators this round remained focused on policy questions rather than open-based opinions like the previous debate had done. This, in my opinion, was a fundamentally good decision on their part. Like the previous debate, the candidates discussed their thoughts, opinions, policy ideas in a passionate way. However, the way they interact with one another in this round was not the most friendly in this case. As I noticed, a lot of the candidates would speak over one another throughout the entire process, such as when they were talking about healthcare, some of them would end up attacking one another more than actually helping one another present their ideas a lot better or a lot easier. And for an example of that, it would be the Elizabeth Warren and a few of the other candidates, where Elizabeth Warren would talk and give her ideas and her policy ideas, but to when it came down to it, when other candidates were trying to talk, there were moments where they would go over time and there will be nothing really discussed except your idea is wrong, my idea is right, and that's it. In one way, that's actually a really good idea because in the debate process, of course, you're going to have two conflicting ideas and two different ways of presenting similar ideas. But in a case like this, it just seemed a lot more your idea is wrong, my idea is right, because you're not explaining the things the way I want you to present them, and you're not listening to my opinions. Another example of this was with Joe Biden and again other candidates where he would present his ideas when it came down to like immigration and if he believes that family members should be a part of government official leader positions and he's saying no, I don't think that is, even if me and my son at one point did have this kind of relationship, we made sure we try to keep it separate. And another thing that I noticed was that the moderators really didn't do much to stop this from happening. Despite the fact that some of them would be like, it's time for you to stop talking, the candidates would still continue to talk with really no penalty, nothing really happening. And when it came down to it, a few candidates were, in my opinion, very much excluded from the conversation, such as when it was time to talk about healthcare, one of the candidates were unable to really speak up against an issue because all he felt was, oh, well, why are we arguing? Why are we doing this? We should be doing this. And it kind of, from my perspective, took away from the previous debate in which everyone seemed like we're all in this together. We just want to take down Trump. That's all we want to do. In this debate, it could be seen as more serious. It's cutting down to the time where it's time to pick who is going to be the nominee and who is going to be going against Trump. So I feel like it's a good and bad situation when it came down to this debate because it also seemed a bit long and boring, in my opinion. Even though it presented a lot of information, it wasn't as exciting or as competitive. It just seemed more, again, as I reiterate, my idea is right, your idea is wrong, there's nothing you can do to fix it, there's no way you can explain it to me. But I am always open to other opinions on the issue, despite the fact that I believe it was boring. Some people might end up thinking it was very interesting and very informative, which again, I still do believe it is informative, just not as integrated or presented well enough by moderators or by the candidates themselves. So, thank you for listening, and I hope you guys have a wonderful evening and a good day tomorrow.